Oh my gosh. You would think that I would have conquered and mastered the startup of the show, but not yet. Anyways, starve the beast and shatter the matrix. Let's starve the beast and shatter the matrix. And this is how to break fear's grip in 1 minute. An ancestral grounding ritual to stop fear cold. Let me tell you what's been whispering in my soul lately. Every breath of peace is rebellion in a world that thrives on panic and chaos. Every breath of peace is a rebellion in a world that thrives on panic and chaos. We've been talking about how we've been too long feeding fear versus feeding the spirit, and how now that we are awakening, we have actually cracked the matrix. And it is the time of the spiritual breakthrough. We cannot continue to let fear feed us. We need a spiritual reframe for these chaotic times. Because we live in a time when fear is the global currency that is traded, sold, and broadcast through every screen. But peace, our peace, is the revolution that they never saw coming. And it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because we are minding our own you-know-what business. And we're exercising emotional sovereignty. Yeah. We're taking charge of our emotions. Because when you own your emotions, you own your energy. And that means the system loses its grip. So they can't harvest our energy anymore. Okay? Because we're not feeding them our fear. No energy harvesting for them. Media cycles are designed to manipulate emotional energy, to keep us in loops of fear, anxiety, outrage, panic. But it's not just news. It's not just news. It's emotional programming. And the more we react, the more we feed that beast. The more we reinforce their matrix. And when fear feeds you, it fills you with a hunger that never ends. So you scroll, scroll, scroll. You look, you argue, you panic. And still, you feel empty. You're never satisfied. You have more questions than answers. Your soul is not at rest. But here's what I learned. When you feed on peace, something sacred happens. Your spirit begins to remember itself. Peace nourishes the soul. You got to protect your peace at all costs. But big up yourself and the Lafia original kings and queens. My name is Winsome. I am an Afro mystic ordained spiritual midwife who helps you birth out your gifts. Also, I am the author of This Time the Revolution is Spiritual. It's a book you want to get. It's not just my book, it's our book. It was written for all of us. So welcome to another episode of the Big Up YuSelf Show, where we celebrate the original self. And here we honor healing, truth-telling, and ancestral remembrance. If you're new, I invite you to come sit with us, come breathe with us, come remember. If you're a returning friend, glad to have you back. Glad you're here. And everyone, please press the thumbs up icon, whether you're watching the live or the replay, and leave us a kind, supportive comment. Okay, we need those. And then share this content with someone if you figure that this is their vibe. All right, so I want to show you a way to stop feeding fear and start feeding spirit, okay? Let me show you what that could look like in real life. All right. So when the headlines scream panic, I want you to pause and place your hand over your heart. Place your hand over your heart right here, right in the center, because this placement right here in the center, this accesses the energetic heart, not the physical heart over here, your energetic heart. Let your hand be a reminder that you are here, okay? And that you are present and you are safe. And then invite peace in. Breathe in slowly, 4 counts in and 4 counts out. And that breath right there is a spiritual act, okay? That calm that you're beginning to feel, that is your rebellion. So you breathe slowly, in and out, 4 counts each. With your hand over your heart, the center of your chest. And do this as many times as you need for your heart to begin to slow down, right? And hear this. Every breath of peace in a world that thrives on panic is rebellion. Every breath of peace is rebellion in a world that thrives on panic and chaos. Breathe. Every time you choose breath over panic, you weaken the matrix and you starve the beast. Because you unplug from its emotional circuitry and you return to ancestral frequency. Your breath is precious. Your breath is a weapon. Your breath is the vibration of remembrance, and your ancestors knew this. They survived by staying spiritually grounded, even in chaos. Through drum, through prayer, through rhythm, through the sacred breath. This is ancestral remembrance, the practice of returning home to yourself. The world is designed to take you outside of yourself, make you focus on everything else that's going on out there, and take you out of your peace so that they can control you. Right? But breathing is ancestral remembrance that takes you back home to yourself, where you can now focus and you can rise above any situation that comes your way. When you breathe with intention, you're not just calming down, you're reclaiming your emotional sovereignty. Okay? You're taking charge of your emotions, of your emotional state when you breathe with intention. Yeah. So the world tells you to hustle, 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 harder, react faster, worry more. But if you stop, what if you stop feeling that energy? What if you starve the beast? The collective panic. What if you starve the beast and the collective panic and instead nourish your spirit with peace? Because here's the thing. Peace is not passive. Peace is powerful. And peace is spiritually active. Peace is power. Peace is resistance. When they want to get you all riled up and get you living in fear and cowering and shrinking, peace is resistance. When they want to keep you bound and shackled politically, spiritually, economically, peace is resistance. Peace is remembering that your spirit came here with authority. We didn't come begging. We didn't come cowering. We were not created for that. We were created with authority. Peace reminds us of that. So when you hold your center in a storm, you're not running away from the world. It's not like you're denying what's happening. It's not like you're just blocking out what's happening. You're transforming the world from the inside out. Your peace begins to transform the world from inside of you outward, because you are going to behave according to the peace that you have within. And your behaviors that you do out of peace is going to cause a ripple effect. It's going to affect somebody else. So you're not going to cuss out somebody, or you're going to be so peaceful that you come up with a good creative idea that's going to help yourself and help somebody else. So when you maintain your peace, you're transforming the world from the inside out. All right. And this brings me to talking about the new era of feminine magnetism. We are revolutionizing the law of attraction into the law of feminine magnetism, because the old law of attraction was a masculine, mental-based game that taught us to chase and grind and hustle. All right. In this new era of our uprising, we are remembering how to relax and to receive. This is the age of the feminine magnetism. We are allowing life to come to us instead of us frantically chasing it with overworking and over-efforting. Right? Yeah. How about we start over-receiving and overflowing instead? And we can do that when we activate our magnetism, and we can do that guided by cosmic alignment, like our ancestors knew to do, using the full moon in Scorpio. That's around right now, full moon in Scorpio right now, the 20th and the 21st. That's happening right now. It's a great time for a 5-minute energy reset that I'm offering, that I'm about to tell you about now. And with Venus in Scorpio around the 30th, I am offering a magnetic woman clinic on the 30th. So I have a 5-minute energy reset for you. It's a little ebook. It helps you clear 3 blockages of feminine magnetism, because there are some blockages within your spirit that will prevent and block your magnetism. We can clear those. I give you a way to clear 3 of those in 5 minutes. Okay? You can begin to clear your magnetic field. With the full moon in Scorpio around about now, it's a great time to do it. But you can do this energy clearing at any time. Matter of fact, right now to the end of the year is a perfect time for an energy reset. Perfect time. And you can do this in 5 minutes through the ebook that I have. And the description, the link is in the description. But also, you can give yourself that reset for the holiday, right? Get one for yourself and one for others. Perfect holiday present. And then if you want to go deeper into deeper activation, and I mean, why wouldn't you, right? Because why open the door and not go in? But you can sign up for the Magnetic Woman Clinic while Venus is in Scorpio on the 30th. That is the date of the clinic, right? Sign up for that so you can activate your magnetism. And so you can ease into 2026. You can glide softly into 2026 while everybody else is hustling and grinding. Okay? If you want more information about the Magnetic Woman Clinic and the 5-minute reset, all that information is in the description box. But you see how all of this is flowing together, where we learn to anchor peace as our power? Because when we stop feeding fear, we start feeding the spirit. And that's how we starve the beast and shatter the matrix. So the next time you feel that pull, that emotional hijack, stop and breathe. Stop and breathe. Say to yourself, my calm is my rebellion. My breath is my battle cry. My peace is my weapon. That's how you shatter the matrix. Not through more noise, not through more doing, not through more striving, not through more cussing and anger and frustration, but through deeper presence. Deeper presence, coming home to yourself, being at peace with yourself, knowing that you rise, you stand above all these circumstances, all the chaos that's going on. You stand above that because peace nourishes the soul. And the more you anchor peace, the less power fear has over you. We cannot let fear feed us. This is a spiritual reframe for chaotic times. Your calm is your rebellion. Now get the book, This Time the Revolution is Spiritual. It's a manual for navigating the collapse of the matrix consciously. That link is in the description too. Yeah. The link is in the description. Also, get the 5-minute magnetic reset ritual for clearing 3 energy blocks of feminine magnetism, and also get the clinic, right? This is the age of the feminine. Get with it or get left behind. All right. And join my community, the Circle Revolution. I'm moving into school, but if you sign up now, I can move you over when that time comes. All links are in the description. When we learn to anchor peace as our power, we learn to stop feeding fear. We start feeding the spirit. And that's how we starve the beast and shatter the matrix. All right. I want to thank you for hanging out with me and minding your spirit. We're not just minding our business, we're minding our spirits. And I will see you in the next episode. Alafia. Peace be with you. Thanks for joining.